I've been using Word pretty much my whole life to store information, write notes on books and ideas and uni work and assignments and work in general. But when I was finding all these documents, it would take me forever to go through all the crap, search through my folders to actually find anything. Even if I searched for something, I could never find it. That was until I started using Notion, which I think is just such a more efficient way to actually store your information. And so Tiago Forte has this concept called the second brain. The most productivity experts talk about you should use your mind to actually come up with ideas, not to remember them. You should be using a second brain, what they call it, to actually store your information and ideas and different things that you've experienced and written about or heard about. So what's made my life so much more efficient is having this second brain and having it comprised of two main components, which are my task list or my to-do list, and also somewhere to store information. So I'm going to show you how to create a super minimalist, effective Notion second brain. So this is what my current second brain looks like. I have my daily tasks, which is my daily flow, and then I have my second brain where I have different pages for reviews, for work, self-improvement, and then I also have my second brain, which has all my task lists. If I have any notes on books or anything I've read or podcasts I've listened to, I have notes here. I've got notes on things to buy, my goals, standard operating procedures, how to do different tasks. I've got, eating out. I've got notes on where I've eaten, how much it's cost, how much I rate it, so every time I want to pick a restaurant, I don't have to think about it, I can remember and I can just look at this. So it stores all any information that I need to make my life so much more easy and I don't have to think as much. So in order to create your own second brain, you log into Notion and you go into this new sidebar, create a new page, full screen it, create an empty page. Just going to call it your second brain. You can give it whatever emoji, you create a cover, you can change it up, make it any nice color that you want, background, add an icon, smiley face, and so what we're going to focus on are our tasks and then storage. These are the two main components that I believe are essential for a second brain. So in terms of our tasks, what we can do is create a template or a new page. This is where you have your daily schedule or your daily task list. So what I do is I create a checkbox. So to do that, you can plus to-do list, and then you're just going to write what are the main things that you do every single day. So for me, like creating YouTube, and you do uni assignments, or tutorials, or I'll just put uni work. Then you can have your normal work that you do each day, and then potentially have like a daily review, different things like that. You write down what are the main things that you go through each day. Once you've done that, I like to section off into like what's the priority, and then potentially what do you do, what's during the day, other tasks that you do, and then what's like the afternoon or something you do later in the day. So you have your kind of deep work and then the more shallowy type work. So that's how you create like a daily schedule. You can just customize anything, add any fonts, italics, underline, change the colors up, highlight it as well if you want. That's to create your daily schedule. And so what you're going to do is once you've done that, you're going to create a new page and then call this template. We're going to go back to the daily schedule. We're going to highlight all of this, hold those 6 dots, drag it up into the template. So that's going to be a daily schedule, what you're going to do. And every day you're going to come in here, click these 3 dots, duplicate it. You're going to come in, change it to today's date, and then you're going to go through each thing. That's going to be your to-do list. You're going to do your YouTube, your uni, your work, and then your daily review. That's to keep it simple. And each day you're going to keep duplicating it. Then you can, create a toggle this down to toggle list and name the month. You can do that for all months. After you've done the day, drag it, put it into that month. Every single day you come in, duplicate it, you do your task, then you move it into this month. So that's an easy, minimalist way to actually create like a daily schedule and a to-do list. So there you've got your tasks that you've got every day, and that's just made it simple. So if you've so much easier to get through the day if you've got a routine. And the best way to create a routine is to kind of create just a checklist of what the things you've got to go through. Once you've got that routine and you do it consistently, it starts getting easier and easier and easier, and you start getting better and better results because you're sticking to the routine. So once you've created your daily task list and your schedules, then you've got to create somewhere to store all the information that you find. So to do that, you click plus, scroll down to table view, and you're going to create a database. So then you're going to go to new database, and you can call it whatever you want. So potentially you're going to have book notes, rename it, and click this table, and then you can add whatever icon you want. So we'll add some books, and then you're going to maybe add another table, you're going to call it uni notes, so you're just going to keep doing this until you've figured out what sort of things you want to store and section them into, like what different categories. So you've got books, you've got uni, you can have potentially articles online, your things that you want to buy, like how I've got my places that I go out to eat, different tasks you complete and how to complete them. So you want to create a storage bank of all the information. You can just keep adding different tables to each, and then filling them out when you've read a book, give it a name, and you can basically open a page, give it a name, different tags or anything you want to add, and then here you can write notes or different key ideas down. And so whenever you want to think, what was that book that I read, you can just go down to the books, scroll through the information and find the book that you want, and you've got notes, and it's super easy to access. So that's pretty much an easy way to create a simple minimalist second brain. Make sure you've got a task list in your daily schedule and somewhere to store all the information that you need.